Hello everybody, John Control back here again with another video, and today I bring you another Suicide Squad video. Yes, we got some more casting rumors, and not to mention some interesting topics to talk about the movie itself. But before I get started, people, I like to make it perfectly clear that everything about the state is strictly rumors. It's not confirmed by anybody, specifically the filmmakers or Warner Brothers themselves. So just like the previous Suicide Squad videos, you can just take it as it is and debate amongst yourselves. But anyways, we just got some casting rumors towards one of the biggest characters in the Suicide Squad, is of course Amanda Waller. Now, before this rumor came around, I was actually kind of pondering myself as to who could play Amanda Waller, and I'm also surprised that no one has really talked about who could play Amanda Waller. As we all know, when it comes to the Suicide Squad, Amanda Waller is a very intricate part of that storyline. I mean, she's of course the character who brings them together. She's the one who controls them. She's the one who can kill them or not kill them, and she's the one who puts them out on their mission. So it makes sense that they would have Amanda Waller on the Suicide Squad. But who could play her? I have no idea, but apparently there's a rumor going around that they have that Warner Brothers has a specific actress in mind for Amanda Waller, and of course that actress is Kerry Washington. Now, as you all know, Kerry Washington has kind of like had a huge spike in popularity lately. She's been in tons of movies and television series, and she's really upped her game in her career as of late. But personally, when it comes to Amanda Waller, I don't think it's appropriate to have that kind of version of Amanda Waller. Now, personally, I like Kerry Washington. I think she puts out pretty decent and great of performances to projects that she's been doing lately. But at the same time, for me personally, when it comes to Amanda Waller, we already have, as of right now, we already have the beautiful, sleek Amanda Waller. You know, we have that version. That version is an Arrow. You know, I don't see why we need that kind of version into the movie universe. Now, for me personally, I grew up with the animated series. As you all know, I grew up with all the great animated series that DC had put out. And for me, my definitive Amanda Waller is the Amanda Waller of that universe, the animated universe, where she's, like obviously a cruel, kind of dark, and like kind of like basically overweight, African American woman. That's the type of Amanda Waller I grew up with, and I want to see presented to me. Now they kind of did that here and there with Smallville, and not to mention that Green Lantern movie. But I think that's the way you should go. And plus, I don't know, Kerry Washington. I haven't yet seen her pull off a dark, villain character, because that's what Amanda Waller is. Even though at times she can be a supporter of superheroes in the DC universe, for instance, Batman. But at the same time, majority of her stay as her tenure a part of the Suicide Squad, and specifically the DC universe, she's a villain. She's an antagonist. She's not a hero. She's not, the person you root for. She's evil. And that's how I see as Amanda Waller. And can Kerry Washington pull that off? I really don't know. I haven't really seen a performance of her that she's pulled off a villainous kind of type. But, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Then again, this is all rumors. It has yet to be confirmed by Kerry Washington or anybody at Warner Brothers. But at the same time, we've gone through this already. Uh, Anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you personally think. Do you think Kerry Washington is the best actress to pull off the job for Amanda Waller in Suicide Squad? And if not, which other actress would you go? I mean, personally, I like Kerry Washington. I just wish they would go another route. But I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Another Suicide Squad topics. Jared Leto actually was asked about Suicide Squad and whether or not he will be playing the Joker in the DC Cinematic Universe. Now, this is where things kind of get a little interesting, because he kind of goes off on like a rant about like, oh, like I have projects and I'm not in a hurry to, he was just going on a tangent of like how his career is doing so well lately, and he was a part of like a great project, which he's hinting at, of course, Dallas Buyers Club, which he won an award for. So it makes sense that he would not be so, like, thrust into wanting to be in multiple movies. But at the same time, as we know as fans, Batman in the DC Cinematic Universe is only going to be featured in possibly 3 movies or 4 movies, which is, of course, Batman v Superman, Justice League Part 1, possibly Justice League Part 2, depending on if he doesn't get killed in Justice League or sacrifices himself, like everybody's been rumoring on the internet, and of course the Batman solo film that may be coming out during 2018. So of course we know that Batman will be featured in those and references in those movies. And the Joker, I don't really see being in multiple movies. I say, like, put him in Suicide Squad just as a reference to set up Harley Quinn. You don't have to have him have a huge part in there, just a cameo, and then have him be the big villain for one of the Batman solo movies for the Ben Affleck series. That's what I think they should go. And plus, that's not a whole lot of work for Jared Leto. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure he can come in, do a cameo, then come back like a couple years later, to do the Batman film. So I don't really think it's that big of a deal. But at the same time, it's his decision. His decision, based off his reaction to the question. My guess is that he's. I'm pretty sure he has been in talks with Warner Brothers, and he has yet to really make a real legit decision on whether or not he's gonna be featured in one of these movies. I personally think he should. You already know my thoughts. If you want to know my further thoughts on that topic, then just go back to my channel where I have a video of me talking about Jared Leto as the Joker. So, but anyways, on other Suicide Squad topics, this is going to be the last one. Basically, there has been reports that Suicide Squad will begin production in Toronto in April. Now, basically, this is once again not confirmed by David Ayer or any of the filmmakers or Warner Brothers, so just like everything else, you just have to take it with a grain of salt. But it does kind of make sense that they would have to start production pretty early of the beginning of next year because, you know, Suicide Squad is going to be coming out pretty much right after Batman v Superman. And Batman v Superman has been filming all year long, and I'm pretty sure Suicide Squad, I don't really imagine it to be a really long movie. So my guess is if it's like a 2 hour long movie, the amount of time that these reports have been reporting, it kind of makes sense. They're going to be filming in mid-April all the way to the end of August. So I kind of see how that makes sense. They would have to make and start production throughout next year, so it kind of makes sense. So what do you personally think? And of course, Toronto. I mean, like they said that they'll be completely starting production all in Toronto and cities around Toronto. So everybody who lives over there, if you see anything Suicide Squad related, definitely take some photos because I want to see some awesome set photos of like Deadshot and Harley Quinn doing their thing and shit. I want to see that awesomeness. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about Suicide Squad. What do you personally think about everything I had to mention in the comment section below? Let me know what you personally think about Kerry Washington as Amanda Waller. And if not, who else could play Amanda Waller? Also, what do you think about Jared Leto? Do you think he's playing the Joker? Do you think he's just putting off the question and trying to drag us away from the question? And of course, what do you think about Suicide Squad starting production early next year? I'm personally psyched. As you all know, it's one of my most anticipated DC Cinematic Universe movies, and I cannot wait to see this. Hell, I want to see this probably just as or maybe more than Batman v Superman. I'm kind of exaggerating, but you know what I mean. Anyways, that's going to be it. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already. I've been John12. I hope you guys enjoyed.